welcome to today's immigration tidbit. So are you or one of your friends highly educated, you have a PhD, and you're wondering how can you immigrate to the US and what are your options? Well, there's a few different options. I mean, obviously, if you qualify for a family-based petition, and it's the visa number's available, that's the way you go. But assuming that's not the case, then you have different options, especially with a PhD. First of all, if you happen to have or get a tenured position at a university, you can have them petition you for the EB-1B, First Preference Employment Petition, and that's actually one of the fastest ways to the green card. And there are quite a few people with PhDs who do get this type of educational way of coming in order to get lawful permanent residency in the U.S. Also, another way is normally with employment-based petitions, you have to go through the normal, perm process, which takes a while, and the labor cert and all that other stuff. If you can show that whatever your PhD is in and whatever you happen to be working on is in the national interest of the United States, then you can get a national interest waiver and bypass the whole perm without having to worry about it. Now, not to say that that's easy, but with a PhD, of course, you'll have more chance of doing that than without. So, if you just have not that any PhD is normal run of the mill, but if you just have a normal PhD that a lot of other people do, and it's not in any particular area that would be of national interest to the U.S., then you can't do the national interest waiver. Okay, so that's that. Assuming you can't do that, you certainly would qualify for the EB-2, which is the employment-based second preference petition. And there, of course, you do need a sponsor, but generally, unless you're from India, which has a huge backlog, the second preference, you will wait quite a bit less than the third preference. Now, depending on if you have a lot of years of experience and you are at the top of your field, you can also do the EB-1A petition, okay? That's extraordinary ability. And, of course, you have to be at the very top of your field. So, let's say you have your PhD in some field of engineering, okay? If you narrow that down to just the area that you happen to be working on, then you will have a better chance of getting that. And that's a self-petition. You don't need to have an employer. You don't need to do perm. You don't need to do any of that. Not that EB-1As are easy by any stretch of the imagination, but with a PhD and experience, that's certainly a possibility. And all of those are for the green card. Now, if you, have your own business in your own country, whatever you have the PhD in, and you want to open up a shop here doing the same thing and keep them both running, you can try coming in on the L1. Or if you're from a treaty country and you want to start your own business, again, dealing with whatever your PhD is in, you can try coming on an E2. Okay? And also, if you have an employer who needs a PhD in whatever it is you do, and you happen to get into the advanced degree H1B allotment, you can certainly try that as well. So this is, just a few ways that you can try to come into the U.S. if you have a PhD. There's more, obviously, but these are a few to let you know that there are possibilities that exist. There are ways of coming in, and they're varied. They're quite varied in their different approaches. Okay?